Well, they're set to jump in the time-honoured Newmarket Handicap down the straight 1200 metre course in less than 60 seconds. Let's see these prices. All our mob at 14, last year's winners. Seasky at 30, Primacy at 40, Barishnikov out to 5.5 to 1. Gold Ace, probably favourite now with bookmakers, around about 11 to 2 still on the tote, about $6.40. Carptingly at 10 to 1, Strategic favourite on the tote at 5 to 1. 14 Brawny Spirit, a bit of money for him in the ring. 25 Sequalo, 12 Cut Up Rough, 15 Drum, the stablemate of Gold Ace. He won the Oakley Plate. Auntie Mary at 40 to 1. Ben's Rocket at 60 to 1. Centile at 25 to 1. Power and Glory at 40 to 1. Mobile Link 33, just firm to touch. Royal Discard at 50 to 1. Prince Marauding, no money for Nicky's tip. It's at 25 to 1. Another Excuse at 80. Petita Moore at 33. Del Sol was showing $99.70. That's close enough to 100 to 1 for me. Okay, they're milling behind the barrier as we see Strategic in centre screen in the bright cerise with the cerise coloured blinkers. That's All Our Mob now in front of him. All Our Mob from Sydney won the race last year. They tell me he's worked well, Gary.
Yes, and it was a very good win last year. Oh gee, Ken, I can't help but see how these horses look magnificent. You can tell in the spring you see them, sometimes they're losing their coach, but today, this Sunshine, they look great. I thought Breshnikov looked great, Gold Ace, all on that page, 4, 5, 6 and 7 Strategic. And they're going to run some time in this, I can assure you.
Well, there's a farrier adjusting one of the shoes on Sequalo. It's obviously been loosened. He might be replacing a plate. I say more likely probably just either replacing one or fixing one up, Gary.
Yes, sometimes they just go a bit sideways when you're doing the preliminary as you're going down the race. And I'll just stand on that plate and just move it a little bit. And you've always got to be careful, you know, and see how quick they get on with the job and put those nails back in, stretch the leg and they're away.
Obviously the farrier give them the nod that he was pretty close to completion because the boys are getting the horses in into the barrier. Centile in the cerise and white cross sashes goes in. There's Barishnikov now, centre screen in the black and gold, and Drum pushes forward, TAB number 11, as I said earlier in the tote through. He won the Oakley Plate. Primacy goes in, Carptingly in centre screen there in the yellow and the red, and oh, what a race it's going to be.
It certainly will be, and there'll be a lot of speed down the outside. You've got Captain Lee will come down the outside, Brawny Spirit's got a lot of speed. I think Sequalo would most probably come down there. It's going to be an interesting race.
Okay, Barishnikov has got a great first up record, and that's why Connections, there he is there, the grey with the black and gold colours just gone out of screen. That's why Connections have kept him fresh, and he hasn't run since October because he goes so well at his first start after a spell. That's the grey going in now. I thought he looked a treat in the enclosure. He's followed forward by TAB number 17, Royal Discard. There comes the Weymouth entry, Sequalo going in now. And old Brawny Spirit just ducking away behind them. And there's the outsider of the field, number 21, Del Sol goes in. He's followed forward by Auntie Mary. And now I think Brawny Spirit is the only one to go in, Gaz.
Yeah, and he'll go straight to the outside, I reckon, Ken.
Okay, Michael Clark, the jockey for Brawny Spirit, as he completes the line of 21 runners for the 1996 Newmarket. Here's John Russell.
Set for a start. They're racing. Perfect Dispatch too. Gold Ace might have been a bit slow to get going towards the outside. Brawny Spirit was out like a rocket and shows the way towards the grandstand side in advance of Auntie Mary. And hitting out there also is Del Sol and Sequala. Royal Discard cut up rough behind them carpingly. And the Drummers over there too as they race on towards the 850 metre mark. Down on the inside, showing plenty of speed down there is Mobile Link, one of the leaders, and Gold Ace is up running second on the flat side. And he was being followed by Sendile, who's over on the rails. Prince marauding behind them. They're followed closely in behind them, but then the other Strategic, followed by Power and Glory. And a bit further back is Petita Moore. Ben's Rocket is in behind them. Another Excuse, and Barishnikov is well back at the tail of that bunch on the flat side rail. Down the grandstand side, Brawny Spirit leads the way out there from Del Sol, Sequala, Royal Discard. Cut up rough behind them. Carpingly is in behind the leaders' drum as they race down towards the 250 metre market on the flat side. Gold Ace is careered away down there. Gold Ace is 2 lengths ahead. Primacy is running second. Strategic is running on pretty well. Down the grandstand side, Sequala's taken the lead from Brawny Spirit. The outside runners have it. Brawny Spirit wins the Newmarket. Brawny Spirit from Sequala, Royal Discard on the grandstand side. On the flat side, Gold Ace followed by All Our Mob, who's never in the hunt but made up plenty of ground over the finishing stages. Strategic behind them, and they were followed next home by Mobile Link and Sendile. Another Excuse, Royal Discard. Further back, Cut Up Rough, followed by Del Sol. And back behind them, Seasky was never in the race really, followed by Ben's Rocket, Power and Glory. Barishnikov among the tail enders. Drums finish well back with Primacy, Auntie Mary and Petita Moore.
Well, if you're observant, you got the tip early in the day off Garry Willetts when he come on and said, with a northwesterly wind, the horses down the outside are the ones to beat. And there you see Brawny Spirit kicking back to beat Sequalo in the centre in the blue colours, and that's Royal Discard third. Gold Ace was in front way over on the rails, but I think he finished 4th or 5th. There's Brawny Spirit winning, and I think it was wrong, Gary, that probably only 8 come down the outside and 13 stayed over on the rails. But congratulations.
Yeah, well, that's right, Campbell. I've ridden here a lot, and by gee, when that northwesterly's blowing, you get that cover off these great big stands here, and it's like when you're driving a car, you see them in those slipstreams, you can come out from behind them, you get that run on, and the horses on the inside, they face the full weight of that wind.
Yeah, and before today, Brawny Spirit had won $675,000. Mick Wink's great little horse. He's won another $325 today. He's up to the millions, Simon. Brawny Spirit.